Something you might find interesting about me is I really like taking personality tests and things of that nature. I find it fun, and I think it's a cool way to engage with audiences as well, like you guys. So recently, I've been given the assignment, if you will, of taking not a personality test specifically, but a values test. And no, not that values test that all the streamers and content creators are doing right now. Though I do want to take that kind at some point in the future as well. Um, More on just kind of general values as a whole. If you guys like this kind of thing, I know of some other personality tests, especially with things like more political and kind of social things that are more kind of in line with a lot of what I talk about. But in any case, figured I'm doing this anyway. Might as well record it, see how you guys like it. So, yeah, with that said, hey everyone, my name is Tristan Verstappen, and I have a lot to say about many things. So, let's get into it. Now, I was looking at this one originally. This is I think, an official values test. It's backed by some psychological institution or something. The scroll bar is terrible, by the way. I don't know why, but when you go to scroll, it's just super slow, and it annoys the hell out of me. But it it does this little pyramid thing, and I don't know. I'm sure it's a cool thing, but it's also 1995, and I'm not spending that right now. Maybe another day, especially if this goes over well, if you guys like this. So I have a few ones that I think will be, fun to go through. Oh, we have to put on dark mode or light mode because soon we're gonna get to see all the images here. I really don't like light mode, but in any case, here we go. Select the values. Okay, so by the way, before we get started, I would say, by the way, that my values, as a whole, are that I believe. Before we even get into this, I would say that my values are such that I believe there's not. Okay, so for one, as far as life goes and what does it all mean, that kind of stuff. I tend to think in those kind of ways a lot. I would say that I believe there's not a okay. So for one, my philosophy, right, is that there's not a one size fits all way to live life. I very much believe that. I believe that there is no inherent meaning to life and no reason to live or anything like that. So you make that reason whatever you want it to be. I believe that ultimately the reason, if you will, is that to be happy, to live a life that is fulfilling and one that is beneficial to you. It's nice if you benefit others as well. That's great. That's purpose. That's not really the same thing, but it is generally a good thing to have. But I don't think it's necessarily necessary. I remember years ago I did a paper on a fictional character that encapsulated the meaning of life or something, and for an English class, and I talked about the Big Lebowski, actually the dude from the Big Lebowski, because I really liked the idea that the dude abides. He just does what he does, and I believe that as long as you aren't hurting other people, however you want to live your life, by all means. So it's very much things that I believe in and advocate for, and very in line with all that. So we'll see. I'm not sure if that's the kind of values they're talking about here. I'm hoping this will provide some good commentary, and I guess you'll know. Well, you won't know because if it doesn't turn into a good video, I just won't upload it. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, so select the values that resonate with you. Please select at least 10 values from the list below. Certainty, stability, yeah. Control over situation, security. Wait, who's not going to select any of these? These are all, wait, hold up. Job security, wealth, financial stability, pleasure, tradition, yeah, a little bit. I'm not super, I believe that things should change and it's a natural process of, but account, variety, excitement, all of these. Beauty, yeah, I'm very, very vain. Authenticity, yeah, 100%, all of these. What? Appreciation, yeah. Influence, kind of part of what I'm doing here, right? Popularity, unique, yeah. who doesn't value all of these? Termination. Okay, well, you know what? I'm not religious anymore, so I guess okay, sure, we'll go through each of them. I thought it was going to be like they're all, but okay, sure. Jobs, yes, job security, wealth, sure. Financial stability, kind of. Oh, a luxury life. I mean, I'd like to live in like a nice house and a very modernized kind of like. Here, let me see if I can find an example. Like what I really like is like kind of like my dream house. I would say something like, oh, here you can't really see because my thing's on the right. Something like this. This is a bit much though. Honestly, I'm totally cool with just living in like an apartment or something. And I would like to live in a more I don't think I'd want to live in something like this. But I think I'd like to live in a more community-based area though. And I don't think I'd want something like this though. But something that I know more so what I want like the interior to be, which is kind of like what my interior is now. Modern house interior? Is that what I'm looking for? Yeah, I like the kind of oh god. Here, let me see if I can. Okay, this is a good example, I guess. I like the very like neutral colors, the very kind of squared off furniture, all that stuff. I really do like a lot of that. The more modern trends as far as that goes with like interior decorating and all that. But yeah, I would say things like this. I definitely wouldn't want it to be like super white I mean, black's my favorite color, but I wouldn't want black everywhere. I don't. I'm good with that for like couches and stuff. But apart from that, I wouldn't want like this is nice. I like this kind of thing too. It's a little. I don't know. It's a little. It feels a little bit gaudy to me, but eh, it is what it is. It's nice overall. Okay, let's see here. So anyway, pleasure. Yeah, who doesn't want pleasure? Okay, so like, yes, I believe we should respect people's customs and other people's values and stuff. It doesn't mean you have to compromise your own ideas because it's like when we say tradition, are we talking like holidays and rituals and stuff like that, or are we talking like women belong in the kitchen and people who are the same gender can't love each other? You know what I mean? Like, what are we talking here? Trust. So if we're talking, oh, that's cool. You can like get a little more insight. Um, but if we're talking like just general, like yeah, holidays, culture, stuff like that. Yeah, yeah. Privacy, yeah. Accountability, yes. I don't know who doesn't. Adventure, variety, yeah. By the way, so I'm the type of person where like I love doing this. I will go to like a restaurant, and if they have any type of a little bit of everything kind of thing going on, like one of my favorite restaurants, Olive Garden, has this like it's called like Tour of Italy. It's my go-to dish because here, let me go ahead and pull it up for you for anyone that isn't familiar. Okay, you know what? I think this is actually gonna be a really fun video. You guys are gonna get to know me better too. It'll be cool. Yeah, so it's got like chicken parmesan, it's got ravioli, and it's got uh, Alfredo noodles, or noodles and Alfredo sauce, whatever that is. Anyway, my go-to is always things like this because um, I like the variety. I like the that differentiation of like here's a little bit of this, here's a little bit of that. Yeah. Courage, curiosity, yes. Oh god, I have always been extremely I so you guys know that kid that always asks like, well, what does that mean? What does that mean? Well, how come? And like whenever like you tell a kid, or you might have had siblings like this, or maybe you were this kid yourself, where anytime someone would ask them, but why? But why? But why? That was me. That was I was that curious kid, and I still am in a lot of ways that curious person who just wants to know more, wants to learn more, wants to like experience more. Yeah. Creativity, yes, 100%. Reputation, yes, very important, sometimes to my own detriment. Respect, of course. Authority, the right to lead and control. Power gives great opportunities, but also requires great responsibility. Well, with great power comes great responsibility. It gives privileges not available to other people. When used wisely, it allows you to achieve ambitious goals. In bad hands, it can turn out to be destructive. I mean, I don't really like authority in general. No, I want like self-authority, but I don't really want authority over others. Fame, being known or recognized, yes. One of the many reasons I'm doing this, I'll be completely honest and transparent. And authentic. That's I kind of pride myself in that. It's part of the reason why I'm doing this actually, because like I'll tell you, every now and then I worry with like certain things I cover. I'm like, does that really fit for like because I cover a lot of like social and political issues, and I think should I really talk about this on my channel? But the reality is, there's a reason I named the channel after myself. I want to talk about really whatever I want, and I hope that you guys will enjoy the content along the way. Because I do, of course, have a lot to say about many things. That's why that's my whole like brand and everything. Influence, yeah, yeah, definitely. I'm again, yeah, popularity, yeah, uniqueness. Yeah, I think uniqueness is definitely something I yeah love 100%. I'm like a hopeless romantic, so yeah. Family, okay, hang on. Family is a value that meets many of our needs simultaneously. We find love, security, self-esteem, and development in it. Taking care of the family, we have a great opportunity to positively influence the lives of our loved ones. In return, we are generously endowed with love. So I'm a very big believer in the concept of like a found family, like uh, friends, like just here. Let me just yeah, like just like a group of friends. Like I'm a big believer in like this can be a family. This is no less a family than this is a family. You know what I mean? Like I very much believe that while it's nice if you can have good relationships and everything with the people you are, born into this world to be a part of or have been adopted by or whatever the case, your friends, your loved ones, like whoever, that is your family. It doesn't have to be this, which is very comforting for a lot of people because a lot of people don't get along with their family, especially if they're on the margins of society and they have like homophobic or transphobic parents or something. Or God, there are plenty of people who are really against race mixing couples and stuff like that. It's horrific, but there are plenty of like parents who will disown their um, like their son, daughter, whatever they may be, because they date someone or marry someone they disapprove of. It's sick. Honesty, 100%. Loyalty, yes. I I was always told by my friends in high school. We were playing League of Legends. I didn't really know shit about League of Legends, but I played because they were playing, and I just wanted to spend time with them and play. I can always find myself enjoying activities with other people more than I can by myself, and to that extent, I always find myself I can do an activity with somebody else that I wouldn't do myself, and have a lot more fun that way. Anyway, um, but we were playing League of Legends, and I was terrible at it, and they would tell me like, "Oh, go here, do this, do that," da, da, da. And then they would tell me, they're like, "Why didn't you do such and such?" I said, "Because you told me to do this." And they were like, "Yeah, but now you need to do this." I'm like, "You didn't tell me that." And they were like, "You're like a loyal dog that doesn't know what to do without getting direction." I'm like, "Well, yeah, shit." um, yeah, that is a trait, by the way, that I don't think any of these are inherently positive or negative. By the way, even like honesty, you can be honest to a fault. You can be loyal to a fault. You know, there are plenty of people who defend their country and they're loyal to their country. You know, the Nazis did this. The Russian people are doing this right now. Not all Russian people, of course, but yeah, forgiveness. Yeah, willing to forgive 100%. At the same time, though, you definitely need to be careful about that because you don't want to be like all of these things, right? You don't want to have them. You don't want to have these traits and these values to an extent that you can be taken advantage of or anything like that. And sometimes, God, I'll tell you what, a really harmful mentality that I was raised with and very conditioned to believe, largely because of my religious beliefs, but in general, growing up, I very much believed the idea that basically you always had to forgive somebody, no matter how much they wronged you. Now I very much believe if you can forgive, that's great, but some things just can't be forgiven. I don't think it's a good idea to forgive somebody who, like, I don't know, stole a bunch of money from you in a business venture, or a partner who cheated on you, or a family member who, I don't know, doxed you to, yeah, I don't know, or like made you, just like made your life a hell growing up or something, right? Like any of these things. If you can forgive, that's great, but I don't think it's a necessity. We'll say compassion, empathy, sympathy, yes. Comradeship, companionship. So I wonder if they're counting friendship as separate. Well, okay, I will say even if we are separating a family and friendship, a romantic partner is still a family of sorts. So even though that's the only family I want to have, it still counts. Growth, yeah, physical, intellectual, spiritual, constant. I very much believe that there's no like end. There's no ceiling. There's no like I made it point. There's like you're always learning. You're always growing. Yeah, it's a good thing. And something I learned recently from a good friend of mine. You know what? Let me go ahead and plug the video real quick because it's what I do. Or was it? Was it radical responsibility, or if you don't fail, you never? One of these videos that my buddy Logan did. One of these ones. I don't remember which one. Sorry, dude. But one of these ones, he talked about something that I very much agree with, where he said, if you basically a sign of success is imposter syndrome. If you feel like you're in the wrong place, you feel like I don't belong here, I don't deserve these good things happening to me, whatever it might be, you're making progress. So I feel like that a lot when doing content. Well, yeah, not so much when making it. Okay, yes, even when making the content like this for you guys, I feel like that when like my sub count increases or I get positive comments. Sometimes I have that bit of imposter syndrome. I feel like that with my journey of self improvement that I'm on in general. All these different things, and it was when he said it in a video, and I think he and I have talked about it before, but just that idea that having imposter syndrome means you're making progress is such a good mentality to have, such a good way to frame it, and just a very good mentality to have in regards to that. So I really, really like that. Excellence, mastery, perfection. Oh, what does it say here? Excellence is a path that only a few follow. Every day they push their limits to improve their workshop and craftsmanship. Good or very good results are not satisfactory. Oh well, I'm a perfectionist, so but that's again not a positive thing. Actually, oh god, that's right. I'm in light mode. Ugh. Wait, what the hell? Oh, because I just fucked up. I just did, or I didn't just do it, but I did a while ago. Here, you know what? Let's do Yeah, I actually did a video on this, the trap of perfectionism. It's something I have struggled with a lot, and I think a lot of people do, and it's not good. You don't want to be a perfectionist to the point where you're not doing anything at all. I'm going to leave that one alone for that reason. Success, yes. Independence, yes. Are we specifically talking? Okay, religion helps in finding the answer to the question of the meaning of life. Religious people often try to take an active part in the life of the local community, centered around the religion, which allows them to experience a strong. I'm going to say no. For me personally, I honestly believe that my religion, my religious beliefs, and I think this in general. It's funny, even when I was religious, a lot of Christians have this idea, especially Protestants, this idea, non-denominational ones, where it's not about religion, it's about relationship with God. That's what they'll say. And I very much bought into that idea, and I very much believed this idea that, like, oh, I'm not religious, I just have a relationship with God. And I, when I really examined my faith and changed a lot of things about myself, and really like deconstructed all of it, I found that I honestly think if I had done this sooner, could probably be further ahead in life than I am now, socially speaking, career wise, everything. I think in a lot of ways religion was really holding me back. And for me, it put me in these positions where I couldn't. So like I knew basically like in my heart and like logically and everything that there was nothing wrong with the LGBTQ community. There's nothing wrong with the community, nothing wrong with the people. But I had to believe because my religion told me these people are sinful and they're going to go to hell. And that was a very difficult thing for me to wrestle with. And I did for a long time. And, when I eventually, lost my religion, I guess, when I really deconstructed it, I I gained a lot. I gained a lot of like self value, which I really had to build up more, and I'm still building up as I continue in life. But I only did this a couple years ago, anyway. But I really was able to live life on my own terms for the first time, and say like, okay, I want to be who I want to be. I want to, you know, fight for causes that I believe in, all these different things, right? Which again, betterment of mankind and just people being good to each other, living happy, healthy lives, all that. But yeah, I think religion held me back a lot, and I think it holds a lot of people. There's a really good quote that I like. This like sums it up to me. This is a really good. Was it Steve Weinberg originally said it, or whatever? With or without religion, you would have good people doing good things and evil people doing evil things. But for good people to do evil things, that takes religion. Yeah, that's basically how I feel, and what I kind of learned about religion in general. There were a lot of things, a lot of positions that it kind of forced me to adapt and things to believe that I wouldn't have otherwise. And again, I knew like morally and intellectually and everything that, anyway. Wisdom, making good, yes. Intelligence, yes. Competence, yes. Spirituality, spirituality makes us focus a lot of our attention on immaterial reality. It is a constant search for the meaning of life. It evolves our inner. I guess I don't know. I try to. Oh, I would say no. I kind of really try to just live in like the material world, and believe that what we have is what we have, and there's not really anything else, spiritual or otherwise. And I think for me, that's like probably the best belief to have in that regard. Inner harmony, yes. Ambition, yes. Contribution, yes. Equality, yes, very much so. Justice, yes. Meaningful work, yes. Teamwork, yes. Tolerance, commitment, ethics, helpfulness, and freedom. Yeah. I selected 58 out of how many are there? Okay, I didn't select 4, so I'm terrible at math here. Oh, I selected 54 out of 58. Cool. Sweet. All right, and now. Oh, shit. No, not select all. Let's not do that. Okay. Cool. Continue. Oh, okay. Choose which value is more important to you. Press I key to see handy tips. Okay. Oh, take a closer look at slash between values. Wow, it's a progress bar. You can use the arrow keys to select. Okay, cool. Oh, this is a progress bar. That's dope. Okay, sweet. Okay, so certainty or control. Stability, orderliness, and predictability, or control of the situation and environment. I would say control of like my own situation and environment, and more so myself, because here, wait, let's go back to control. What do they say? Oh shit. Okay. People value control like to be masters of the situation no matter what happens. They are ready to make decisions. They are also ready to take responsibility for their actions. Interested in control, the ability. Yeah, no, oh, and they have the good and the bad. That's good. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I would say, yeah, I would definitely say control, because what I'm learning to do a lot more and really valuing is just control over my own life and my own destiny and like all those different things. And yeah, so I would say control. And then certainty or security, stability, orderliness, being free. I mean, I would say security. I would say control, because with control you can help yourself have more security. Certainty or peace? I'd say peace. Yeah. I mean, stability and orderliness is important and good and important to me, but yeah, I would definitely say. I mean, I am very much like a routine person, but I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, peace. And I say if we had peace, we wouldn't have a worry for security. So peace again. Ooh. Okay, so part of me thinks with control we'd have peace, but the other part thinks with peace we might not need control. You know what I mean? I'm gonna say control, because with control we can have peace. I think. Let me see what they say for peace. Here. People value peace tend to avoid conflicts. If they engage in disputes, it is mainly to help resolve them. Yeah. They're willing to make compromises and sacrifice. Okay. Openness and the pursuit of dialogue are qualities of peacemakers, right? It is worth asking whether the pursuit of peace justifies all measures. What? Oh, yeah, peace above all. Then at that point, yeah. Certainty or health? Well, I mean, you'd have, if you had certainty, you could probably have better health. So yeah, certainty of health, I would say. But without health, would you really have certainty? I'm gonna say, uh, I'm gonna say certainty. Health or discipline? I feel like with discipline, you can have like good health. It helps you to have good health. Certainty or discipline? I feel like with discipline you'd have certainty. I feel like most of these, I'm gonna probably choose the ones that are more like self-reliant rather than, or more internal rather than external. So like certainty is kind of like outside factors being certain to you. Discipline is like the ability to, well, have self-control and stuff like that. I don't even want to say obedience though. I don't know how I feel about that. The ability to subordinate one's actions to the realization of a long-term plan. Disciplined people always have a goal in mind. They are also aware of how much they can achieve with their work and persistence if they really want. I mean, terrible at procrastinating. So I definitely the value characteristic of people who are determined and goal oriented, they are able to give up temporary pleasures in favor of a postponed. I think I'm doing that a lot, especially with like dieting and working out and all that. Be careful that you don't start demanding too much of yourself. It is possible that at some point we set ourselves too high expectations. That is true. All right, let's see certainty, because that's one that definitely keeps coming up. Stability, orderliness, predictability. Stabilization allows you to feel comfortable and safe. People who value certainty do not like to be surprised and prefer a predictable lifestyle. The reality they create is their asylum. Okay. And provides peace. I guess asylum doesn't always mean like an insane asylum. What does asylum mean actually? I'm curious. Because I've only ever heard it meaning like insane asylum, Arkham Asylum. The protection granted by a nation of some. Oh right, seeking asylum, of course. Duh. Okay, right. Shelter. Yeah. Okay, makes sense. People who value stability and predictability are usually reliable. They consistently follow the patterns that they've developed. Yeah. Too much commitment and certainty can be limiting. Such a person will prefer to stay in their comfort zone. And well, yes, that's something I'm definitely actively working on. Is challenging like my comfort zone and stuff like that, which I think might take an amount of discipline. So we're going to go with discipline. Security or discipline. I'm going to go with security here. Health or authenticity. I mean, I wouldn't want one without the other. This also might be in regards to like what other people have. I mean, I guess I'd say authenticity. Well, like if we're talking like a friend or a partner, or someone where like someone I have a relationship with, where like they're sick all the time. I mean, I wouldn't really want a relationship with them. But if they're not truthful, then I wouldn't want a relationship with them either. Uh, I guess I'm gonna go with. Yeah, because I mean, authenticity is about like your character and stuff. So we'll go with authenticity. Creativity or authentic. I mean, I do think authenticity is more important. Yeah, discipline or again authentic. Well, yeah, but like authenticity can be your, discipline or whatever. Authenticity or security. Oh, I would not. Oh man, I wouldn't want to. Okay, here's the way to look at it. If I was choosing between like a really secure area to live in, or an area where I could really be myself, but that one was maybe a little bit less safe, I think I would prefer the authentic. Yeah, we'll go with authenticity. Control or we're gonna go with authenticity again. Peace or authenticity. Oh man, I feel like if you oof. Part of me wants to say if you had genuine authenticity, you would have peace. You know what, I do value authenticity over peace. Actually, I would rather someone be honest than just tell someone what they want to hear. Health or beauty. I mean, fitness is part of beauty, in my opinion. But I mean, if I'm being completely honest, I beauty is more important to me. Like I said, I'm incredibly vain. Certainty or beauty? Certainty of beauty. I'm. All right, what does it say for beauty? We're gonna be here a while, guys. Aesthetics, attractiveness, seeing beauty in the world around us gives a. Wait, but where's the little. Here we are. Okay. Apparently, this is pronounced aesthetics, by the way. I pronounced it aesthetics for the longest time, but it's aesthetics. aesthetics and attractiveness. Seeing beauty in the world around us gives a lot of joy. Creating beautiful things is sharing the joy with others. People who, yeah, we all know what beauty is. Those who value beauty can find a moment to admire what surrounds them. Da, da, da. Remember that beauty is not only in what is visible to the eye, but also found in intangible things. That's true. I'm going to say beauty. Discipline. Again, discipline to lead. Well, okay, actually, that's fair because why am I doing what I'm doing? Like I've told this to other people. I've never like talked about it on here before, but like the reason I'm on my self improvement journey is because I want to look good and feel good about myself, and I want to make it as easy as possible to attract the type of women that I'm attracted to. That would be more in line with beauty. I'm not being disciplined. I'm not doing this because I have discipline. I'm making myself more disciplined in doing these things because I value the beauty. So we're gonna go with beauty. And beauty or security? I mean, yeah, we're gonna go security. It's kind of not really worth being hot without being safe, I would say. Though I don't know, you could probably use your beauty to get. Well, wait. Oh, I can undo it. We're gonna go back. Okay, okay. Let's think again about this. Really nice, secure area, but it's like dull and boring, or really beautiful area that's more. Ooh, it really depends because if we're talking like a partner, would I care? Would I want a partner who's hotter or a partner who is, going to be secure and like I know she's going to be like good with me and everything? I would choose security there. But if we're talking like vistas and stuff, yeah, man, that's. But if we're talking people, I care more about security than beauty. Yeah, health or appreciation, recognition of value or worth. Yeah, I do. Yeah, we're gonna go appreciation. Certainty, stability, orderliness. Again, with certainty. I appreciate certainty. No. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Huh. I'm gonna go. All right, let's look up appreciation. What? Recognition of value of worth. Appreciation is significant respect for another person. Being appreciated allows. Uh, wait. No, always requires effort. Appreciation is given to people who have bought a lot of good in other people's lives, brought a lot of good. Sorry, brought a lot of good in other people's lives, or achieved something special with their own efforts. You know what? Gaining appreciation can significantly increase self-esteem. It also allows us to be seen as a role model. Before we seek appreciation, we need to consider whose appreciation we want and why it is valuable to us. That is true. So we see this. Actually, that's a good point. We see this a lot with grifters or people who just want their like 15 seconds of fame or whatever. We'll get to fame later, but yeah, I definitely value appreciate like I want to be appreciated for the right things, not just for anything. So, out of appreciation or certainty, I'm gonna go with certainty. Health or influence? Health. Influence or acceptance? Ooh, that's interesting. I hmm. I'm gonna say acceptance. Health or acceptance? Damn. All right, what do we have for acceptance? Acceptance is one of the most important human needs. It develops self confidence and makes us feel that we mean something to others. The need for acceptance can have a strong impact on the decisions we make. Acceptance and approval increase our self esteem. By showing acceptance to others, we give them strength. If we find ourselves in the wrong environment, someone can use our need for acceptance to their own benefit. That's true. So I'll tell you, I have lived most of my life feeling like I didn't really belong and was not really accepted, just in general, really. One of the reasons I fell so much into religion, because I thought that I was really accepted and belonged in my church that I was a part of. I didn't realize at the time that a lot of it was kind of a ploy to get people in because that's what they do. And I know that because a lot of people would, kind of like talk behind my back, even in the church. And when I left, no one really cared. No one really like reached out to me. So yeah. Anyway, which of those is more important? Health. I don't know though, because I don't know. I've always had pretty good health, but I don't know what it'd be like to not have health. Okay, okay. If I had to choose, again, we'll make this like a partner or just a friend or whatever. We'll say somebody who, somebody who is, uh, maybe they take like depression medication or something like that, right? So something, and but they don't really accept me that much. They're kind of trying to change me. Versus somebody who accepts me and loves me as I am. Oh, I'm sorry. Someone who's like perfect health, but doesn't really accept. And then someone who has like, some kind of health issue, not major, not debilitating, but they do appreciate and love me for who I am. Okay, I would say acceptance. Yeah, appreciation or oh my god, I think appreciation. But that's part of acceptance, in my opinion. Uh, huh. Okay, we'll go pre. Sure. Okay. All right. Mm, no, I'm gonna go back to acceptance. Certainty or acceptance. I'm gonna go back to acceptance. Discipline or I'm gonna go back to acceptance. Beauty or acceptance. Acceptance. Security or accept. Yeah, I mean, I'm. I'm gonna say acceptance again. Control. I'm gonna go with control because with control you can have that acceptance. Health or popularity. I'm again, if we make this like two people, where one's like really popular and but doesn't have the best of health, and the other one has really good health, who's going to be like a better friend or partner or whatever? The person is healthy, obviously. Uniqueness or health? Uniqueness. Appreciation or uniqueness? Appreciation. Yeah. Uniqueness or determination? I depends on what. Uniqueness. Each of us is unique, but some people like to emphasize that extraordinary people make the world much more. Da, 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 okay. Some people bring a new portion of energy whenever they appear. Their influence on the environment can awaken the creativity in others. In some environments, standing out may be misunderstood. It is not an environment in which you will be able to be fully yourself. Yeah, I felt that a lot. And determination. Nope. Constant effort despite numerous. Okay, I mean we know what it is, but from time to time it is worthwhile to consider whether the goal you are that. Well, that's the thing. Like somebody who's determined, that's great. But what if they're determined about bad shit? You know what I mean? And then someone who's unique, that's great. But what if it's to the what? Hmm. I guess I'll go with determination. Maybe uniqueness. Uh, sure, we'll go with uniqueness. Job security or uniqueness? I'm gonna go with uniqueness. Uniqueness or wealth, money, material goods, uniqueness, financial stability. Financial stability is very important, but sure, we'll go with uniqueness. Pleasure or uniqueness? Okay, so like somebody you could have a really good time with, but they're kind of basic, we'll say, versus somebody who is not. We're gonna go with pleasure. Appreciation or pleasure? We're gonna go with appreciation. Pleasure or pleasure? Pleasure or trust? Trust. Appreciate appreciation or trust? Trust. Certainty or trust? Kind of very similar here. Well, if you have certainty, then you can have certainty builds trust. So I would go with certainty. Appreciation or privacy? Appreciation. Accountability? I mean, accountability is super important. But if I'm choosing between one of the two, oof, I don't know. I mean, accountability is appreciation is great, but if you don't have the accountability as well, like you don't want to surround yourself with people that just tell you what you want to hear all the time. You don't want to surround yourself with like yes men or whatever. You want people that are going to hold you to account, and things like with what I'm doing with like working out and eating right and all that. I I know that my friends that are helping me on this journey are holding me accountable. I'm going to say accountability because while the appreciation is great, for a long time they would just kind of encourage me, and encouragement is great. Yeah, but for a long time they would just encourage me, and it didn't really help. I kind of needed a bit of a kick in the ass and like a hey, do something about your life. You know what I mean? You want it to change, fucking change it. So yeah, we're gonna go with accountability. Trust or accountability? I feel like with accountability again builds trust. Certainty or accountability? I feel like accountability would build certainty. Discipline or accountability? Accountability. So self discipline. Well, I'm not very good at self discipline. So accountability. I need other people to like hold me accountable. Beauty or accountability? We're gonna go with accountability. Security or accountability? I mean, yeah, I feel like if people are held accountable, think things are going to be more safe. Acceptance or accountability? I'm going to go accountability again. Control or accountability? I think accountability helps build that control or control hmm, builds that accountability. How do I? Yeah, yeah, because like I I get the accountability of my friends currently by because I told them I want you to hold me accountable. So that was in my control to tell. Yeah, so trust or challenge? Trust. Trust or adventure? Trust. Trust or variety? Trust. 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 Trust and faithfulness are like the same, or loyalty are like the same thing. All right, how do they differ here? So for trust, we have to rely on someone. Sometimes it's family, friends. Da, 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 da. Trust allows you to build strong relationships with other people. Often they will have values similar to ours. Be careful with whom you trust. Not everyone has sincere. No, but like, but I'm, but I'm talking about like it's important to me that I trust somebody that I'm, you know, with in any way, have any kind of relationship with, and then loyalty. That feels like the same thing, though. Those who value loyalty remain consistent in their beliefs. Yeah, true. In some situations, loyalty can block your progress. Sometimes it's worth. I mean, that's true. Like, especially if you're like loyal to your job or something, they're not fucking loyal to you. I would say trust then. Trust. I feel like compassion would encourage trust. In fact, I wonder how many of these actually just encourage trust. Like, if we go back, okay, so we did accountability. Well, no, 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 no. We did control for that. Okay, so yeah, I would say trust, trust. I feel like courage could encourage trust, but we're gonna stick with trust. And same with here and here and here. Respect, I think, would encourage trust. What do we have for trust for respect? There we go. Being respected gives a sense of fulfillment and satisfaction. Showing respect for others is yeah, of course. Trying to impress others will not give us respect. Earning respect requires making a positive. Yeah, but okay. No, I don't. You know what? I'm gonna take it back. Respect doesn't build trust. Trust builds respect. And then fame, love. I would say trust builds love. Same with family. Honesty builds trust, I would say. What do we have for honesty? Whoops. What the hell? Honest people have no problem expressing their own opinion. Okay, if we are not asked for absolute honesty, it can hurt someone to tell an unpleasant truth. Yeah, sometimes truth hurts. I'm gonna go with honesty though, because if you have someone who's not being honest with you, it's gonna be less. You're gonna be less able to trust them. Honesty, again, I think honesty would build certainty and well, yeah, I think it would lead to, and then honesty. And again, I think honesty would build security and acceptance and accountability, but control, to be honest, I swear, if I look up control, I think I did look up control in the beginning, and I'm going to find out that it's like, okay, the ability to wisely control important matters makes us, right? Remember, we can't control everything. Yeah, but we can control ourselves, right? So we're like, you can control yourself, and you can, and honest, ooh, but yeah, well, you can control yourself, to be honest. So there you go. Certainty or loyalty. Loyalty builds certainty. Discipline, I think, would be part of loyalty. You're disciplined to be loyal. You're disciplining yourself to be loyal. Loyalty, forgiveness. I'm gonna go with loyalty. Loyalty or compassion. I think compassion would lead to loyalty. Compassion or discipline. I'm gonna. Okay, what do we have for compassion? Empathetic people can perfectly understand the emotions of another person. This proves their highly developed emotional intelligence. Too much involvement in other people's feelings and problems can have a negative impact on your mental comfort and life. Oh my God. Okay. This is so true. Guys, if you want to have a like healthy mindset when being on top of things and being informed politically, socially, any of that stuff, you have to take time away from it. I definitely made the mistake of like just consuming this content all the time, and it was so unhealthy. If that means you have to like miss a video that I do on something like this and catch it another time, fine. Like, please, your mental health is extremely important to me and should be important to you as well. So, do I value empathy or discipline more, or compassion or discipline more? I'm gonna go compassion. Beauty or compassion? I think compassion will lead to more security. Acceptance or compassion? I think compassion will lead to acceptance. I think compassion could lead to accountability and honesty. Now, control. Does compassion lead to control? No, I think again because you can make an effort to be compassionate as well. You can control to be compassionate. So we'll go control. Discipline or friendship? Oh, well, you can be. All right, we're just gonna look up. We're gonna look up. Those who value friendship create strong bonds with other people. True friendship is based on reciprocity. Reciprocity. To experience it fully, you need to be sensitive to the needs of another person. So that would be part. Oh yeah, compassion. Yeah, but I mean, I would rather have a friend who's a good friend than one who's disciplined. But if they're not disciplined, are they going to be a very good friend? Because what if something comes up where they can take advantage of a situation and hurt me in our friendship? We're going to go discipline. Growth. I think discipline leads to growth. Passion. Huh. Okay, let's see here. No. Passion is very important to me, but let's see. Passionates are very committed to their work. They get pleasure and satisfaction from doing it. They pay a lot of attention to details. Sometimes you can get lost in your favorite activity. Do not forget about people who also need your presence and attention. I would say you can have discipline to follow your passion and make time for like other people in your life and stuff like that. Discipline to have success. Discipline can lead to independence. Can lead to, does discipline lead to wisdom or wisdom to discipline? We're over halfway there now. Wise people can anticipate the long-term consequences of difficult decisions. They're always interested in expanding their knowledge. Besides relying on your own wisdom, it's important to stay open-minded, right? Of course. I'm going to say... I'm going to say discipline. Well, man, that is a tough one. Yeah, I'm going to... No, I guess I'll say wisdom. Because you can have the wisdom to be disciplined. Yeah, okay. Wisdom to be disciplined. Wisdom over beauty, over security, over acceptance, over like it'll lead to these things, right? Yeah, I think it'll lead, and then wisdom or control. I would say wisdom because you have to have like the wisdom to know how to do the control, basically. Wisdom over peace. I think wisdom would lead to peace and authenticity. Beauty or intelligence. It really depends what we're talking about here. If I'm talking like a partner, guys, I'm shallow in this regard. I would rather have someone who's hot and like kind of dumb, but I can still carry on a conversation with. Just like maybe she's not but I really like deep intellectual conversations with people, and I would especially with that in a partner. But I mean, It's funny. This is the classic like brains over beauty. Your brains over beauty, right? Which do you prefer? Well, if you have the intelligence, you can learn to become more beautiful. So we're going to go intelligence. Same with security. You can have the, yeah, it can lead to, yeah, it can lead to acceptance. It can lead to accountability. Yeah, it can lead to honesty. I would say I'd pick compassion. I think it would be intelligent to be compassionate. But it's compassion lead to intelligence? Okay, we're going to look at intelligence. Intelligent. Okay, intelligent people are excellent at combining facts and logic, and drawing logical conclusions. Continuous learning is an integral part of our lives. Logical thinking does not always make it easier to solve problems. People's behavior is rarely logical. Yeah, but if it was, like we're talking, oh, we'll go compassion. Competence or well, I feel like if people were competent, we'd have security. Uh, and yeah, it's like social skills. So yeah, competence with social skills. Competence with a would competence lead to accountability? No, I think accountability would lead to competence, right? Maybe competence. Yeah, because you can't really like hold someone or yourself. We're gonna go accountability, acceptance or inner harmony. I feel like acceptance leads to inner harmony. Ambition. Hmm. Yeah, I think to me. Hmm. I don't know. What do we have for ambition? Ambition, yeah, okay. Ambitious people boldly choose their goals when they being too ambitious and not properly assessing your own abilities may end in failure. I mean, I've always been probably a little too ambitious. Now I'm actually going more toward acceptance. But you can be ambitious toward acceptance. You can't really be acceptance to ambition. Yeah, we'll go ambition. Ambition or competence? I think yeah, because this is just the desire to have it. So we're gonna go competence. Ambition or contribution, helping others to achieve a common goal. Well, you can be ambitious to help others achieve, and you can be ambitious for equality. Well, I mean, hmm. Yeah, because you can be ambitious toward equality. You can be ambitious toward justice, and ambitious toward meaningful work, and ambitious toward teamwork, and ambitious toward tolerance, engagement, support, commitment. Yeah, you can be ambitious to commitment and to ethics, and you can be ambitious to being helpful and for freedom. Okay, here's a list of your most important values. Wisdom. Yeah, I makes sense. Making good decisions and judgments. Wisdom. Okay, we literally read wisdom. Oh, okay, so these are the ones we read. So wisdom, then authenticity, and then peace, control, compassion. Cool. What else can you learn about yourself? This looks like a debit card or a credit card. Check out what else you can learn about yourself. Get extended result. Ooh, what do we have for that? Here's what we have. Is this going to be like a you have to pay for the rest of this? There's a lot here. No, this is yeah, this is like a mock-up. Yeah, you have to pay $10 to get the. Uh, well, maybe another time. Okay, well then, my top one, two, three, four, five values are these. Yeah, I can dig it. Yeah, I'd agree. Well, if any of you are curious to take this test yourself, this is the Personal Values free online test. You're welcome to take the one that was the Barrett Values Center one as well, but it's again $20. You're welcome to pick any other as well. There are plenty of others that I didn't even bother with because I don't know, I didn't feel like it. Yeah, I feel like this video's gone on long enough. But these are quite literally my thoughts. Please let me know what yours are in the comments down below. Let me know if you want to, see me do anything like this again. Any other personality tests? I quite like doing these, and I think they open up not only the ability for me to talk about myself, which is literally my favorite subject. I think it's everybody's, but whatever. It also gives me the ability to talk about other things that I might not, have a direct video on YouTube that I'm doing commentary on, or I don't know, a tweet or something, right? Whatever I'm responding to and going over. So yeah, like I said, let me know what you think, and yeah, follow me on social media for more. Subscribe and ring the bell to stay up to date. Leave a like if you like, and if not, I hope you find something you do like. Later, guys. Peace and love.